I think that we should have more Republicans on the show, but they don't want to come on. They're scared of us. It's like Marjorie Taylor Greene says that she finds the Republican men afraid of powerful women. Well, that may be true of all the political persuasions. But if they would come on this show and they can explain to us what they're trying to do to this country.
RFK Jr.'s wife went on The View and completely crushed them. Sunny Holston, as usual, tried to sound like she was the smartest person in the room. And right on cue, she failed and proved to everyone the moment she opened her mouth. What was meant to be an ambush turned into a complete dismantling. Cheryl Hines stayed calm, composed, and factual, while the hosts tried their usual spin and got exposed. And so we're breaking it all down, because when you have the facts on your side, their talking points don't stand a chance.
Go ahead.
Now,
all right.
I am. This is not your fight, really, to be fighting. Yeah. This is your husband's fight.
Thank you for acknowledging that. But go ahead. But hear what we're talking about.
I do want to say, you know, he's not a doctor and he's not a professional.
Yes.
And oftentimes when he's talking, he is speaking not with the best information that we can get, because, you know, yeah, we could do a lot better with health stuff. And there's a lot of stuff he can do. And some of the things he's suggested take it out of the hands of my doctor and me and my OBGYN and me. And I wonder, does it give you pause, and are you able to say, you know, that might not actually be so, because I've got my experience and I've lived with this, and I'm still here. So are you able to have those conversations with her?
I am able to have those conversations. And just to be clear, 90% of secretaries of HHS have not been doctors.
But they've had a science
There have been
background.
3.
Yeah.
No, to be honest.
One of Obama's secretaries of HHS was an economist.
But
So
the majority of them that haven't had medical backgrounds have had a science background.
Wait, don't
which
do
our
anything
husband doesn't
else.
have either.
Don't say anything else yet.
Because I do
we
want
have to take a break.
I want to respond to both of these coming at
Yes,
us.
yes.
have another segment.
We'll be
Okay,
right
yeah.
back with more with Cheryl Hines.
Yeah, this is why you just can't listen to what the mainstream media says all the time. Because a lot of the time, it's just a flat out lie. Not even a half truth, just straight lie. They'll just make things up, banking on the fact that nobody's really going to actually look into it. They're just going to take it at face value. And so when you take the time to look these things up, you realize how full of it they really are. For example, you can go back years and look at the previous presidents and the people they appointed to that position, and you'll be hard pressed to find anyone who actually has a health or science background. And that's when you start to understand that this whole thing is just an attack on RFK Jr., an attempt to smear him as if his appointment is somehow unusual. But when you take the time to actually dig into the history, you end up realizing just how ridiculous that argument ends up being. I'll tell you one thing, and this is not even debatable in my eyes. If he would have endorsed Kamala Harris and she would have won, I guarantee you the same media outlets that are criticizing his experience and his knowledge, everything, calling him out, will be the same media outlets praising her for making that call and putting him in that position, calling it bold and forward thinking. Because when you look into this, because clearly this is something they're being critical about, you look into it and you say, okay, well, who did Biden appoint to that position? And you look at Xavier Becerra, who held that position during the Biden administration, and you realize that he was an attorney who had a career in politics, no science, no medical, just a career politician who was an attorney. Maybe he was a medical assistant while he was in college. I don't know. Maybe that's what Sunny is referring to when she says they at least have a medical background, a science background, whatever. I don't know. Then you do the same thing. You look at Obama, same story. So why are they suddenly so critical of RFK Jr.? We know why. Because he chose to support Trump. And when all else fails, the mainstream media runs the same tired playbook. Trump bad. Anything or anybody connected to Trump automatically becomes evil, corrupt, or unqualified. And the worst part is the audience just eats it up every single time, like it's gospel truth, but it's not.
Back with Cheryl Hines, and we had to take the break because we had to go to break. But
yes, but I just wanted to
Yes.
follow up, because Bobby's background, everything I have seen him do, he has dedicated his career to suing big corporations because of toxins that have been affecting people's health, I should say. So, for instance, Monsanto. He was part of the team that sued Monsanto because of Roundup, a pesticide that was causing cancer.
With GMOs.
Right.
I know that.
He sued DuPont, he sued Exxon, and he sued these companies for health reasons because they were causing health problems.
But the problem, respectfully, is that your husband is the least qualified Department of Health and Human Services head that we've had in history.
I do not.
I think that's a very dangerous.
Why is he less qualified than an economist?
I think
How is
that he
possible?
is less qualified.
He has spent his career studying toxins, studying people's health, fighting for one guy who was using Roundup for his job.
He has also spread a lot of misinformation, a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion, and I think it's just a very dangerous thing. And I say it with the utmost respect.
Some of it's good and some of it's not. That's the point.
Well, listen, we all have different views here.
Yes.
And when you say, misinformation, disinformation, we could go back to COVID when...
He's connecting circumcision to autism.
May I finish?
Please.
When Fauci people were saying when you get the vaccine, you cannot transmit COVID. It will stop COVID. And that was disinformation, misinformation.
We were also still learning about it. It was a novel virus we've never encountered before.
Right.
Because now the doctors will acknowledge that
And
you
Dr.
can't.
Fauci has a medical
But at the time, they were
degree.
censoring Bobby because Bobby said, where's the science to show us this? And there wasn't any.
Sunny is the most unbearable of them all because she acts like she knows everything, but she doesn't. What Cheryl Hines said was absolutely correct. When people started asking questions about those topics back then, they were told, stop it, you're spreading misinformation. The message was always, just listen to what we're telling you. But what we learned later was that much of that censorship and silencing wasn't about misinformation. It was about politics. And the very people who were accusing others of spreading false information turned out to be the ones spreading it themselves.
But people attacked him and said, you're wrong. So it's like, let's take a step back. I know that's your opinion, and that's okay.
Cheryl, one thing that I think we can all agree on, and you're a big fan of with
thank you.
is
What can we all
the
agree
MAHA
on?
movement, Make America Healthy Again. You praise your husband's campaign to make food and baby formula safer, which I think is something everyone can get on board with. Tell us about that.
Well, thank you. I am very proud of Bobby, and he has worked really hard to get a lot of petroleum-based food dyes out of our food, which also, and finish the thought, even baby formula, now we're finding out there's arsenic, there's lead. So the question is, who is running HHS when they allowed lead and arsenic in a baby formula? How is that person not dangerous?
Well, two wrongs don't make a right.
No! Well, I'm saying Bobby is the one getting this out.
I know, good for him. On
you
that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Can we clear one thing before you go?
Yes.
So that I don't have to make any jokes about it. Does he or does he not have a brain worm?
It ate just a little bit of his brain and died, so don't worry.
Oh, it's a dead brain worm.
What died? Wait, what? The brain died? Wait, wait.
It's a callback to the campaign.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Book, you've got to read my book. It's just, you will, that was just one tiny headline in a mountain of crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
So, come back.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, wait. Because we don't often get people on this show who we can ask these questions to.
No.
And I appreciate that you came on.
We'd love
so
to.
I'm saying, come back. You know?
My husband was going to come on, and I said, maybe don't.
No, because you know what? If we can have the discussion back and forth, it then becomes they can decide what they believe, and they're not just hearing one side.
I would love that. Thank you.
There's no real point of a conservative, anybody who has an opposing view, really going on that show. Certainly not when these hosts are more concerned about ganging up on the guests, attempting to discredit them because they don't share the same perspective. Just compare this conversation to the one they had with Kamala Harris when she was on, and it is night and day. It was a softball interview where they basically tried to hold her hand through the entirety of it, and somehow she still fumbled it. And so there's no real sincerity in them wanting a conservative, someone with an opposing view, to come on their show so that way their audience can be exposed to different perspectives. If they actually had a standard where they challenged the people they agreed with, the same way they challenged those who they don't agree with, perhaps this show wouldn't be such a big joke. But as always, leave your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think about this topic. You know, I appreciate when you guys chime in. Don't forget, you enjoy any part of the content, smash the like button for more. Subscribe to the channel. But make sure you stick around for the next video as AOC and Bernie Sanders lose it at a CNN town hall meeting they decided to hold as Trump refuses to fold to their extreme agenda. Make sure you stick around for that, and I'll see you next time.